4 months ago, we gave you 10 reasons why Cody Rhodes sucks. Well, he's finished the story since then, and this is 10 reasons why his title reign sucks. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And we're not going to waste any more time with introductions. We're going to get down to the nooks and crannies, and we're going to get stuck straight into this. And there's 10 reasons, and I think they're all really valid. Reason number one, the feud with Logan Paul. Very recent. Obviously, we're talking about his current title reign, so most things will be recent, but it was garbage. Like, all you hear about, Roman Reigns, he handpicks his opponents, he doesn't defend, he defends every 6 months. And here's Logan Paul getting a title shot for no reason. Story's non existent. It's pretty much what in Saudi, they want somebody that's half a draw, and this roster's full of fucking nobody. That's pretty much it. Awful feud, very boring. Look, Cody Rhodes, I thought got carried through the promos, through the build by Logan Paul. And considering this is the guy that's supposed to be the new face of the company, that's not good enough. And that brings us to reason number two. Same old repetitive promos. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, brilliant. So engaging. So full of charisma. So entertaining. Absolutely not. Reason number three. Cries like a little bitch. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the guy does cry like a little bitch. It's like AJ Styles, right, does his wee retirement speech, which was alright. I know pretty much completely ripped off Mark Henry, but you know what? If you're going to rip off stuff, you may as well rip off stuff that was good. And I think that's what they did here. And I enjoyed it for what it was, but it's like he cries here. Seeing he wins the championship, I think that's a decent time to cry. I'm not going to completely bash it. But I just feel like every time I see the guy in a promo, he mentions Dusty, man. It's just like, mate, your dad's dead. Accept it. I'm sorry, but we need to move on. It's been 9 years since Dusty passed away. It's utterly bizarre, but yeah, seeing my world champion cry like a little bitch, I don't know, it's pathetic. Like, there's moments in wrestling where I think tears are necessary, and when people retire or at the end of a title win, it's like finally the end of it. We've seen Guerrero and Benoit at the end of Mania 20. Obviously, that'll never really get talked about, sadly, because of what happened. But again, that's a moment that's worth it, worth tears being shed. I feel like this guy cries every other week, man. Reason number four: SmackDown has nosedived since Mania. Not too much, right? And this isn't. Our next point will be about ratings, but I'm not too bored with the ratings. The show as a whole has fucking nosedived. There's just nothing going on. We have got the Pottingland bloodline floating about. And again, that's not really Cody Rhodes' fault. But see, at the end of the day, he's the new face of the company. They're ramming him down our throats. And because he cries like a little bitch, his feuds pretty much suck. And his promos are just repetitive. What do you want to talk about? That just makes SmackDown so much worse. Before Mania, you were getting Roman Reigns and The Rock, and Cody Rhodes just felt better before Mania. And you were getting other feuds as well. I get it. Pre-Mania is going to feel better than post-Mania, but it has nosedived off a cliff. See when wrestling was good, and I'm sick of remember when and see when talk, but that's the reality we deal in here, alright? Wrestling's not good anymore. See, back in the day, after Mania was just as good as Mania. It really fucking was. Let's not try and spin it that, wrestling's always been about the build up to Mania and after it there's a fall off. No, see, when wrestling was good, wrestling was smoking hot, folks. Alright? Is what it is. Reason number five, the ratings have went down. Yes, the ratings have went down. They've posted their lowest demographic there in the 18 to 49 since December. And the overall ratings are just very poor since Mania. Again, Mania seasons, the ratings will be up, but as I said in reason four, there's no reason just to accept that everything has to go to shit. You can still produce a good show. Reason number six, it's so predictable. It is so predictable. He's taking on AJ Styles, man, at Backlash. There's not a hope in hell. Logan Paul, there's not a hope in hell he's going to win. AJ Styles at Clash at the Castle, there's not a hope in hell he's going to win. It's pretty much, I think this guy's holding the belt till at least next Mania, right? Maybe, right? People, he could lose it at SummerSlam, and I'm not saying it's completely out the question. We don't even know who he's against, so first off, but as of right now, he's not losing the championship. It's bland, it's stale, it's as flat as Shayna Baszler's chest. There's nothing happening. It just sucks. And that would bring us to my seventh reason. We are in a period of limbo due to this title reign because Roman Reigns and The Rock ain't there, and you just feel like Cody Rhodes is facing jobbers And that's not, and Logan Paul and AJ Styles, right, are not necessarily jobbers, but you just know they're not beating this guy for the championship. You just know it, all right? Everybody knows it. It sucks that it does feel like we're in a period of limbo. At least with Damian Priest, I feel like that guy can lose the belt at any time, right? I didn't think Jey Uso would beat him at Backlash, but I feel like going forward, he's held the belt for like 2 months now. I feel like he will every match. You will feel like he could lose it, but with Cody Rhodes, you just know he's winning, or at the very least keeping hold of the belt. Reason number 8, he's a B+ player. He stuck it like a sore thumb next to The Rock. Well, I mean, he stuck it like a sore thumb next to Roman Reigns, and he stood out like an amputated limb next to Dwayne. That's for sure. He's a B+ player. He's a wee bit better. I do prefer him a wee bit more than Daniel Bryan, but again, Daniel Bryan was a B+ player. Cody Rhodes' son, you fit in the same category. Reason number 9, the rest of the story is unwritten. Pretty much back to reason 7, but what I mean by this is Triple H always gets labelled as if like he knows what he's doing, he's cooking. Triple H doesn't have a fucking Scooby snack what he's doing, alright? He's cooking. They just drag things. See, because you drag something out and make it unnecessarily long, that doesn't make for good storytelling. It doesn't. You know, like see the invasion angle. People can fucking bury it all they want, but they've not watched it. See if you actually think it sucked. You've not watched it. We've watched it. The invasion angle lasted for like 5-6 months, right? And it was 2 shows a week, every pay-per-view. WWF against the Alliance. Now, obviously, ECW got involved, and it was like free. It was free. It was 3 different companies for about 10 minutes on Raw. But it's like they managed to drag that out for like 6 months. And here it's like Cody Rhodes is just sitting there. He's like paused the game. He's waiting for Roman Reigns or The Rock to recharge the controller so they can come back in. Pathetic. And then reason number 10, just pretty much to recap it all, it's beyond fucking boring. Everything about it's boring. His promos are boring. The lack of believability that anyone can take the belt off him is boring. He just fucking sucks. Alright, let's not. It sucks. And I'm seeing people say, I've typed it into Reddit and they're like, oh, you have to give him longer. You have to give it another 6 months to see how the title reigns. We have to wait. So we have to wait 8 months to judge a title reign. Once upon a time in professional wrestling, 8 months holding the world title was an excruciating, incredibly a long amount of time. See, these days, it feels like the average. It's utterly bizarre. But anyway, guys, that's 10 reasons why Cody Rhodes' title reign sucks. You could go in a lot harder than what we've did here, but you know what? Let's keep it family friendly. Fuck family friendly, man. Cody Rhodes sucks. Get in the bin.